Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219, or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. All right, and we are on the air. Ed Raymer with you with the Edwin Lee Raymer Show, and we're glad to be here. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. I think opening up the pools and all is going to be a little bit tough for everyone. It's only supposed to be, I think there was a 60% chance of rain. Here's the forecast. Let's see here. You don't want to hear it. So anyway, it's not going to be the greatest Memorial Day that we've had. Our guest tonight, and we're going to get to that right now. Let's give them maximum yield of our time. Connor's on the board. Thank you, Connor. Susan Myers-Shirk of Murfreesboro Indivisible. Victoria Broderick is back with us, and Matt Ferry. Welcome to you all. As usual, you can see on your screens. Hello, Susan. How are you doing?
I'm well this evening. Thanks so much.
Okay, good. Pull that mic a little bit closer to you. Get about two. Just pull it to here. Let me knock your teeth out.
Yeah. All right,
That's fine.
There we go.
It's good to meet you. And, I'll tell you what, let's do. Connor, if we can, are you ready? Yeah. Can we kick this thing off? Let's go ahead and kick this off, and we're going to get started here with Susan and all the rest, Matt and Victoria, because she's running again against Mr. Desjardins. We invited him. Of course, he's not going to be here anyway. Whatever. And but for right now, my name is Edwin Lee Raymer, and yes, I am still a private investigator. Welcome aboard, everyone.
This is the Edwin Lee Raymer Show with your host, Ed Raymer, on your Good Neighbor station, News Radio, WGNS.
And that's a little rock and roll to kick you off just a little bit. This is the Edwin Lee Raymer Show, and I'm your host, Ed Raymer, and this show's produced right here at the studios of WGNS AM 1450, 100.5, 101.9 FM, right here in the heart of the great volunteer state, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You can reach us tonight with your questions, comments, or your thoughts at 1. Or no, you don't have to dial 1 anymore. Just dial 615-893-1450. That's 615-893-1450. You can also send us a text to that number if you're a little too high or too shy and you don't want to go on the air or a little bit out of sorts. And Connor, our producer here, will be glad to read it over the air for you, or he'll give it to one of us. We'll read it. You know, my guest tonight, Victoria's here with us. Victoria Brade. How are you doing, hon?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. How are things in your neck of the woods?
Just finished
Any
up the election.
tornadoes tonight? Everybody okay so
Everyone
far?
was okay. We did have
Good.
a little bit of one. I think it was 3 days ago, but we're
Right.
all good there now.
So far, so good. Okay, Matt Ferry. Matt,
Hey,
they
How you
let
doing?
you out. Are you on weekend? Are you just on a weekend release program? Is that what?
they
Matt,
let
are
me
you
out.
running for anything? Are you running from
I'm
anyone?
not.
Or?
Maybe running from me.
He's either running. Matt or I are either running for. Matt's running for us. I generally run from situation. Matt, seriously, glad to have you.
Thank you for
What's
having me.
going
Thank
on?
you for having me.
What's going on?
I'm just here today to support Victoria and Susan.
Right.
So,
Okay.
I'm glad to be working with Indivisible, which is a, nonpartisan group
Right.
that tries to hold their legislators accountable. And right now, we're talking about this town hall that we've got Thursday night, and Susan will
why
let you
we're
know
here.
more. But we're concerned because Scott Desjardins, our congressman, who has been first elected in 2010, has been missing, has been not in the scene, and his constituents have a lot of questions for him, and he's not only not willing to answer those questions, but not willing to come in front of the public. Well, we're hoping that changes Thursday night.
With all due respect to everybody involved, good luck, and glad to have you back,
Worst
Matt.
case he
Thank
shows
you so
up,
much.
right?
Yeah.
And Matt's become an older friend. Matt's not that old, but I'm the old guy. But he's an old friend. We're glad to have you,
Thank
Susan Myers Shirk, and we're glad to have you here. And I don't know, you don't look too happy about it, but we're glad to have you.
I'm delighted to be here. To speak for.
What are you doing with Indivisible? Tell us about it, please.
Okay, yes. So Murfreesboro Indivisible is a local branch of a larger national organization, and we first started in Indivisible as a national organization has been around since
Sure.
the first Trump administration, and was founded by two former congressional aides. But they have all these local groups, and the Murfreesboro Indivisible group started back in January when President Trump was inaugurated, and a whole bunch of stuff started happening that
Sure.
really raised a lot
Yes.
of concerns for a lot of people. And my neighbors said to me, "What can we do?" And Murfreesboro Indivisible was founded trying to answer that question. How can we do our bit for democracy? How
Right.
can we make a difference? And our group and our sort of mission statement emerged kind of over time, but we advocate for democracy, for First Amendment rights, for rule of law, and adherence to the Constitution. So
Right.
we're not a radical group.
Yeah, that's what you've got here. We've got Murfreesboro Indivisible. You advocate for democracy, First Amendment rights, rule of law, adherence to the Constitution. Something the current administration doesn't really have any use for, I don't
So
think.
that's a concern. And
Yeah, you might say that. Yeah.
and we're volunteer run.
Yeah.
We're volunteer run. No one's getting paid to protest, for those of you who may have heard that.
And believe it or not, tonight, even though Victoria's here and Matt's here and I'm here, you're nonpartisan. You're nonpartisan.
We are
Yeah.
nonpartisan.
But you are
and
progressive.
progressive in our
And
yeah.
you through a larger part of the state, are you?
So there is a Tennessee Indivisible, and there are lots of local Indivisibles. We are
Right.
just sort of one in that constellation. So,
Okay.
and our particular group, and I do really want to get this in because I think it's a really important part of who we are. While we are, we do some protesting and we do some, calling our Congress electeds, and we're also really committed to creating community, to encouraging conversation, providing opportunities for people to engage and participate. So I kind of want to give a shout out to anyone who's interested in just everything that goes into creating a good democracy.
Right.
We're your group.
Yeah, sure.
Come join us, and
Sure.
we're building that community
Right.
for Middle Tennesseans.
Now, you have an event coming up Thursday night, and this young lady here is involved in that.
We do.
And Matt is here to support you and her and the entire situation. Tell
Right.
us about stuff here at Walnut House.
We are planning a town hall and community conversation on Thursday at 7 p.m. in the Walnut House.
Right.
And it's free, open to the public. We invited Scott Desjardins. We sent him a formal invitation, and we just didn't get any.
We got a non-answer.
We got a non-answer.
That's what I call it.
Yes, we got a non-answer. We've had no confirmation that he's coming, but Victoria is coming, and we're really excited about that, and believe it'll give us a chance to have those kind of conversations that we really need to have.
And open for questions from the community that
there
want
will-
to come and throw
yep.
anything at her.
Yeah, throw
It's a
anything
brave
at me.
thing to do,
Including bread.
including
Just make it
$100
like
bills,
Rocky Horror
too.
Picture Show.
I'm telling you, no. And I can't imagine people don't want to be there because Matt and I, as usual, will be opening up with our rendition of Stars and Stripes
I love
Forever.
it. I can't wait.
And
Matt's
it's
off camera
it's
blushing.
it's a tearjerker, and yeah, they've cried for us many a day, and
That's right.
they have for me anyway. I don't know. No, we wouldn't do you that way, folks. But seriously, you're going to start. Is it 7 o'clock
7
Thursday
o'clock.
night?
Yeah.
Thursday night, and we really it's a great opportunity to meet like-minded folks, to have good conversation, to get some questions answered.
And they worked with me on my schedule because you guys really did help when we talked about it. For those of you who don't know, I work a full-time job. My liberal job is 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So they're working with me so that I could be there. I always joke about my liberal job on the internet.
But
That's cute.
we're really
Your liberal job.
My liberal. Well, we've been going to all these protests, and I get all these
Right.
conversations. Why aren't you at work? And I literally made a protest sign that says, "Don't worry, my liberal job is Monday through Friday. Fighting for your rights is 24/7, 365."
yeah,
Right.
that's
That's
great.
my sign.
Yeah.
Well, and that's one thing that we get here, or I do, to try and contribute any way that we can, because this is important, and especially right now in the history of this country. Susan and I were talking earlier. I've never seen times like this, and and I had one Carol Ann. She's down in Chattanooga, and she listens every Sunday. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate you so much. And she wants to know about this big, beautiful bill.
Oh boy.
Okay. Now, that's a can of worms we can get into. But now, Susan, I don't know if you want to go that way or not, and I don't mean to push you into that. But these are things that are on people's minds. They really are, because
Right.
in that bill contains some words that can put the president of this country in a situation where he can just do what he wants and ignore any court that he wants. I mean, and I've seen some stuff on this. And, I want to say this before we go on. I went to a local bookstore here today. Okay? Major bookstore. And I walked in, and I was going to get a national paper, a Chicago Tribune, Wall Street Journal, whatever, before I came up here. So just in case, I might want to pick some topics out, in case. They're not selling newspapers anymore. I asked one of the boys there, a very nice fellow. I said, listen, I see all types of books, but do you all sell newspapers? He said, no, sir, I'm sorry, we don't.
Wow.
I mean,
Did you say why?
why? No, I didn't want to get into it. I wanted to get up here.
That's probably
and,
above his pay grade.
Yeah.
I guess. But, I mean, who doesn't read? I mean, I can remember we used to get, I can remember as kids back in 1970,
Back in my
yeah, But we went to the, we went to the library. What are you looking at, Connor? And it's like, we got to come up here every Sunday with this old man. But anyway, and we went to the library and read the newspaper.
Oh yeah, he's got a library card.
He's got a library card.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, good. Yeah.
I don't have a library card.
I used to have one, but I think it's expired. But anyway, no, I did. Right over here next door to Lion Ball Library. And, But we sometimes would go to the library and read a newspaper. They took a newspaper there every day. And in our neck of the woods, we were in Western Kentucky, they'd take a Louisville Courier Journal. And, the library, the school applied for newspapers, and you could get, and most of us as kids, of course, we'd run to the sports section or whatever to see where our local team was ranked and all
Classifieds
that.
for puppy dogs. That's
For
what I would
puppy
do.
dog. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was a big one. And, but they don't carry a newspaper anymore.
Yeah, and
That's not good.
it's part of the problem that we're facing right now is that so much of what has unsettled the country and made everything so difficult is the disinformation that's being
Exactly.
promoted
Yeah.
in social media and on broadcast news, and you don't have the kinds of sources that are reliable and credible
Right.
to sort of sort through what's going on. And you're all the time being bombarded, and Americans are all the time being bombarded
Right.
with what amounts to disinformation. And it's no wonder that it's almost impossible to have a civil and meaningful conversation because there's all of this
Yeah.
Mess.
mess.
Right.
Mess.
Yeah.
It's,
Right.
it's a mess.
That-
you
Well,
know.
and it's a
Being-
lack of information too, because so many people don't know, like they don't know the basics of the Constitution,
Don't.
and it's like I'm still learning, and I feel like I have to look back and go over that information. And there's no, I always tell people, I'm like, I'm not angry with you for not knowing. I'd rather
Right.
you say I don't
Sure.
know than you come at me with some like outlandish left field whatever. Just ask me the
Or right
question.
field.
Or right field. Yeah, right
Yeah.
field. Right.
Right, but Victoria, you're right. There are certain documents, the Constitution, of course, most of all, the Bible, but the Constitution, other documents of major content that are studied by very learned people every single day and all around the world. Okay, and you're right, Constitution. What did they mean by this word?
Yeah.
And that's big in biblical terms too, because words over time have changed meaning.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's hard to understand for some people. Well, the means the. It used to be the.
Well, and
you
it's
know.
also like the commas. The
Right.
commas, the semicolons make sense.
Yeah.
And especially in the Second Amendment, comma. If you don't utilize those, it changes the meaning. If you just read past
If you
it,
read past the
you
comma,
read
that's
past it, you don't-
exactly right.
And I have friends online who read past it. One of the Uvalde fathers, he and I talk on this regularly, and he knows that over and over, and he does it. He says the first line, comma. And then he wants you to emphasize that because those things make sense.
Right.
They change the meaning.
It does. It truly does. Good point. That's a very good point. I'll tell you what, you're just sharp tonight, aren't you?
I am on one.
Matt, I'm glad you brought her.
Matt's over here like, just don't say anything. Just don't say anything out loud.
Just
Just don't say anything out of pocket.
laugh at Ed's dull jokes. Okay, Susan, welcome aboard. We're so glad to have you with us crazy people. And
I'm glad to be here.
so this is one of this thing Thursday night. This get together.
Our
This
town hall.
town hall
hall.
is one of indivisibles.
Events,
It's one of
right.
your events.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
And I just want to say, going back to what you were just talking about, our nation's media literacy has gone down tremendously,
Yeah.
and that is by design. The people in power want that to happen so that we don't know that we deserve a congressman who is president in our community and should be working for us.
That's exactly right, because
Yeah.
the way these districts have been gerrymandered.
Yep.
I saw one this week that it's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen, the way it's been gerrymandered. So, and it was designed in a way to where there's not a Democrat that's going to win there.
Right.
Well, they talk about it a lot
Right.
with this
I mean,
district.
Yep.
What the way it's been redistricted.
Exactly.
I don't
mean,
touch a
your
major.
district here. Yeah, I know.
I don't touch a major city, and everyone keeps voting for Desjardins, and God
Except
bless
here
them.
in Murfreesboro.
Except here in
because we're the
Murfreesboro and a
fourth
couple-
largest city in Murfreesboro.
Well, and
Do we
what-
have a call?
Someone called.
Someone.
Okay.
I mean, was it for us? I mean,
Well, I can't say what he said.
Okay. Well,
was it
whatever.
was it juicy? Are you gonna give us the tea?
We're going to go to a break right now, and I'll tell you what. You talk about television and all that. I tell you how crazy it's gotten. I do know. I wish somebody would sue somebody so you could call Morgan and Morgan. And I wish, you'd buy some insurance from Liberty Mutual. I mean, that's all that's on TV anymore,
Yeah.
Thank y'all for being with us. Susan is here. Victoria's here. Matt's here. I'm Ed Raymer. Connor's on the board. We're going to go to our first series of breaks, if you don't mind. Be right back with you right after this. My name's Ed Raymer, back with you. Stay with us. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. A caller on the line. Caller, Ed Raymer's here. Go ahead.
Mr. Raymer, how you doing?
Well, hello, Jeff. I hadn't heard from you in a month. Sunday, it seemed like.
Well, no, yeah, well, I've been on every ball field.
Oh, yeah. Spring Fling is in. Now, is that over now?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Over for another year until next May.
I'll tell you, that's a big moneymaker for especially Murfreesboro and here in Rutherford County.
Oh, it's a lot of
Yes.
hotels and restaurants and traffic is bad enough that you get.
I thought you were going to tell me you'd been to a Trump rally or something. I didn't know.
Oh, no, you know better than that. That's pay me a whole bunch of money not to be blindfolded. I don't want any either. These are all they have rallies. You just
that's a good. I don't know. Does he have?
No.
No, not really.
He hasn't done
yeah.
a town hall since 2013.
Yeah.
2013.
on YouTube somewhere.
Probably. In the early days. You're going to have to go back and digital clutter a little bit.
Yeah, 4 YouTube?
Yeah. Well, no, YouTube was around then. Yeah, because we've got lots of beautifuls of the early 2000s on
Man,
YouTube.
it's like I told you before. You were around more this last time. You ran for office, and I've never seen Desjardins.
Yeah, no.
In South Pittsburgh.
Well, Desjardins been caught in closed-door sessions saying that he doesn't come out and speak to constituents because he would lose votes. Which, I mean, if that's your fear, maybe pick a different career
Maybe you should
path.
run for office.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I mean, years ago when Biden and Edwin Lee remembers this, Bart Gordon, the other ones would have town halls. Remember
Right.
those days?
Right, Bart Gordon. You're talking about Bart Gordon, or
Edwin Lee, do you remember those days? You remember those?
I remember the good old days of Bart Gordon. I can tell you
I
that.
mean, do you remember
Yeah.
days when he had that town hall? He actually had a town hall. People
Sure.
show up, they actually ask him questions. You remember that?
Sure, people. I mean, yeah.
I was back in 1703.
Yeah, no, they came and from both sides of the aisle. It didn't make any difference. Bart didn't care.
right?
You know.
I know. He'd take anybody's question. It was. I mean, I know when one of the last times when Blackburn had one, she was saying that she told people said they weren't even in her district. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Right.
What are you doing? What do you do? You don't live in my district. What do you ask me a question?
Well, Jeff, are you going to join us on Thursday night?
I was going to ask you
I
that,
was gonna
Jeff.
ask you what was going on. That's the first I've heard of what is going on Thursday night. Let them tell me. Tell me what. I mean, this first I heard of it. So.
No, they're having a. Go ahead, Susan. This is Susan. She's going to tell you all about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, Murfreesboro Indivisible is hosting a town hall on Thursday. That's May 29. It's at 7 p.m. In the Walnut House, which is right off the square.
I know where that is.
Okay, great. Yeah,
I didn't know y'all were doing it, so I know.
Yeah, and we invited Congressman Desjardins, but we have gotten no answer from him, no confirmation. But Victoria is going to be there, so she'll be there to answer questions and to lead us in a town conversation.
Yeah, I'm excited to leave.
I know he can't find Murfreesboro or the Walnut House, so I wouldn't worry about his gun.
Well, I mean, Jeff, I hope you're going to be there. I also.
I will definitely try. That's the first time I'd heard of it.
Yeah.
Y'all doing it. I definitely try to be there. But Mr. Raymer, I was going to ask you what do you think about think about? I mean, the legislators out of session now. They can't do anything. They can't mess anything up. So are you glad of that?
Okay, I didn't understand you, Jeff. What was that?
That legislature in Nashville, they're out of session now. Are you glad they're out of session? They can't mess anything up.
No. You know, I don't know much about what's going on down there. No, I'm serious.
I mean, I don't know. I was going to ask. I know it's next year is the midterms, and I know a lot of people have probably been. I know the governor's races have been dealing with some other stuff. Do you guys feel like nationally? I'm just going to hang up. Listen. Do you feel like nationally that the Democrats, with the way Trump is going, and I mean, today I saw where he went the names and countries of people from Harvard. I mean, I don't know why he's picking on Harvard. I mean, there's like 6 or 7 Ivy League schools. Why is he picking on Harvard? I mean, there's Dartmouth, there's Cornell, there's Princeton.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff. Just out of curiosity, so you're asking if, how you think the election, how we think the election's going to go in 2026.
It keeps going like it's going.
You guys mind if I take this one?
Yeah, Victoria.
Well, so
I'll hang up and listen.
yeah,
All right.
so I can tell
Thank
you a
you,
little
Joe.
bit. I can tell you guys a little bit. So I do think that we've got some hard work ahead of us.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we know
Yep.
we all know it.
That's
We're
right.
rural candidates.
That's
Matt and I
right.
know how hard we work. But the numbers don't lie. The numbers in 2024 say that people want progressivism.
Yeah.
They want working class representation. And I'm a
Right.
working class mom. That's what I want to do.
Yes.
I want to represent working class people.
Okay.
And the numbers don't lie, but we've got some work to do. We've got a
Yes.
lot to do, and I appreciate, Matt and Ed and Susan, being along for this ride, because it's a long road for us. I'm the first congressional Democratic candidate to run 2 consecutive elections.
Right.
So that's a huge change. It's a huge. I know you're probably over there like this. She's crazy.
No, Stephen Reynolds did it years back.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you've
yeah.
got,
That's right.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. He did.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing something here that's hard work. So I'm going to continue running for office. I'm going to continue
Sure.
being out speaking to everyone.
Yeah.
And I say this to everyone when you're in my speeches, or you listen to what I'm saying. Activism is a muscle. So just pick one thing. And I mean, I encourage everyone to do that. Even to the caller who left us a little nastygram. I encourage you to come out and ask some questions because you deserve better representation. I understand that you're frustrated, but you're not frustrated with me. You're frustrated with the lack of representation in the district.
Sure.
And, you can say I'm a liberal. I'm not a liberal. I'm a working class mom who works full time,
Right.
lives in our district, wants to make sure our district is properly represented along with our farmers and our industry workers because we are a fantastic district with some beautiful landscape, some really good bourbon and whiskey, and we deserve better representation, and that should filter home. So
Right.
to that listener, I hope you're going to show up, and if not, only one of us had the testicular fortitude to run for office, and it wasn't you. So please keep that in mind going forward.
Well, I've said it many times. If you want to make a change, put your name on a ballot.
There you go.
And we have two people who are not. Susan, have you ever run for
I
office?
have not.
I have not either.
I
And
respect.
yeah, no one's ever asked me. Yeah,
Victoria
no one's ever asked me
tremendously.
to. I don't know why. But, we have two candidates here that have. And, you put it all out there then, And, I have faith in Victoria, obviously. And I'll tell you what, I still have faith in Matt. Matt's going to rise to the top. Matt started this game as a young man.
He did.
Okay, he did.
Yeah.
It
He's still a
takes
young man. Don't
long
talk
Don't
to
tell him
time.
how old I am.
No, let me
still a
tell
young
you,
man.
it takes a long time to get to the fame that I've got here. Okay, yeah, and so
And it takes
for
a
all
lot.
6 of my listeners, thank you so much.
I think there's a little bit more on tonight. I might have.
Yeah.
let
I'm
you
sorry.
guys
Do
off.
what?
Yeah.
Did I get rid of?
You said 6 listeners. There's 5 of us.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
there's a
Yeah,
lot
sure.
more.
Well,
We're
my
in great
wife
company.
listens on Alexa, and there's you another vote. But seriously, it's you put it out there because you are then in the public eye,
Right.
Yeah.
regardless of how big office or how small it is.
Right.
I mean, you can run for dog catcher, and you're
still gonna have to
passed.
go out there,
If
yeah.
you've cheated on your taxes or cheated on your spouse or whatever,
Right.
it's gonna come. It's gonna come
Yeah,
out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So-
I mean, look, I mean, I don't want to hate on my opponent that much, but he doesn't do anything. If I take
No.
everything else away, why isn't he here? Why isn't he speaking to us?
I don't
Why
know.
didn't he say yes? He's out of session. He should be here.
Right.
At the end of the day, like, if you disagree with my politics, I'm happy with that. That's fine. I want you to vote.
That's
I want
your
you to be.
right.
I want
That's
you to
your
be
right.
involved. I want you to have your
Yeah.
freedom because I believe in freedom. But I also am like, I need you to ask your representative, where the hell is he? Why
Right.
isn't he here? Why
Right.
isn't he coming to a town hall that is being hosted by a nonpartisan organization that is here to answer questions because they have a lot to answer for? Our
Right.
Medicaid is going out the window. Tennesseans need that.
Right.
Our district needs that.
I know.
Why aren't you here?
And that bill passed the House only by 1 vote.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, folks, that's the world we're living in.
Yep.
Susan, your comments?
Yeah, so one thing I wanted to say was I'm glad that you mentioned, I'm glad you invited our nastygram person.
Yeah.
Because I really want to stress that this meeting on Thursday is free and open to the public, and it's meant to be for the residents of Tennessee's District 4. Everyone is welcome, and if you want to come and ask questions, we want you there. We want you to be part of that conversation.
Yeah, and you can come and say that to my
Yes.
face, caller.
Yes.
I
No,
want you to, I want you to come and say
I
it to
would
my
ask
face.
any caller, and I've had them. When's the last time? Okay, that's fine. When's the last time you voted?
Yeah.
Right.
Do you know
When's
who
the
your-
last time
Yeah.
you voted?
Right.
When's
Yeah.
the last time you called up your state representative? When's the
It's-
last time you showed up at our state capitol? Why
It's-
aren't you
Right.
involved?
Right.
Yeah.
It's easy to sit on the sidelines and throw stones.
That it is.
But
you know,
it's much harder to get involved. And going back to Scott Desjardins, he is our elected representative.
That's right.
His constituents deserve a meeting with him.
No, it's our job.
And to
They do.
completely ignore his constituents and the will of his constituents is
I'm no.
I know.
Our
Horrible. It's a
job
terrible
is,
thing.
Look, you guys are my employer. When I get this job, when I will get this job, when I get this job, you're my employer. If I'm not answering to you, if you don't treat me like the Starbucks barista that you go out and get your coffee from,
Exactly.
I don't know what you're doing because that's my job. And if that doesn't resonate with you, then maybe I'm not your cup of tea, but that's okay.
yeah.
Maybe I look, I just want you involved. I want you
There you
I want
go.
you active.
Right.
I want you to see representation because it's not a spectator sport. You're right.
Right.
It's not a spectator sport. Now you've got to determine if you're going to be a player on the field or if you're going to be the turf. And I don't know about you guys. I don't want to be the turf.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Cleats don't feel good.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, in government, there is someone, they're there. That person is there to answer your questions. You got a problem with your road? We have a road board.
Right. Right. Yes.
Elaine Williams is one of our people. She's on the road board.
Yeah, she's fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had her first run, and she's there.
Yeah.
And there were some people, who is this? And she was with us. And I told her, I said, you can do this. Hope Oliver sits on the county
Yes.
commission.
Love her. Yeah.
She did not think, and the night she won, I don't know, Matt, if you were there or not, but I walked in and she had a smile on her face a mile wide.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you cannot buy that. I told you so. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And this goes on and on and on. And I'm telling you, many a time, a candidate, and I've told Victoria this, you fresh out of the gate, lots of times you won't win your first election.
Yeah. Right.
Okay?
Right.
But I mean, that's
But-
not a reason not to run.
That's
There you
not a
go.
reason
Right.
not to run
It's
at
not
all.
Right.
It's not a
that
reason.
happens.
You
It's-
got to build some name recognition.
You've
you
got
know?
to get out there.
Yeah.
I mean, talk to Mariah Phillips.
Right.
Mariah, you talking about a heartbreaker. She lost her last, 34 votes?
Something
or
like that.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
Come on,
right.
man.
Very close. Very
man.
close.
Very close.
But, piggybacking on what you're talking about,
Right.
26 is right around the corner.
It's here.
Right around-
And not
It's here.
Yeah. And not only are all these Congress, House of Representatives going to be up, but the State House of Representatives is going to be up, and including County Commission here in Rutherford County.
It
All
is.
21
Yes.
County Commission races will be up. And
Right.
this is important. We get some people who want to come around and they want to run for local office, but they want to run for city council. We really want to stress to people these county commission seats are important.
Oh, they're vital. They are vital.
And you would be
Yeah.
only running against one or two people at the most, but usually just one other person. And
right.
you can win by 30-something votes.
Yeah.
It's a significantly smaller race, and it's winnable for us. So if you're thinking about running for office but don't want to run for a big thing, we've got, we can plug you in and try to run for county commission next year. But then on top of that, U.S. Senate and gubernatorial, we're going to be electing a new governor next year.
Exactly right.
So these are big races. These are big races, and hopefully
Matt,
people will come out.
I'm glad you mentioned it. Let me add to that.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of people in this county, and Susan, I'm sorry because you're getting pushed to the side here a little bit because we're getting
slip in there when I
okay.
can,
That's
yeah.
you do whatever you want. All you got to do, you'll learn from these two. Just
dive in.
Yeah, just tell Ed to shut up. But anyway, no, I'm telling you, we have a bunch of people in this county that have changed the D at the end of their name
Yep.
to an R
Yep.
simply because it made it easier to get reelected.
Correct. Yeah.
And we've got a bunch of those people that if you go up to them and say, hey, I'm running for this office and I need your help.
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy said if a person ever shakes your hand, he said, any man that shakes your hand, you're going to get his vote. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a woman too, by the way. Things were different in the 60s. As we were talking about language being different a while ago. But any person that shakes your hand will probably vote for you. And I'm telling you, we've got a bunch of folks in this county. Oh, I've never seen such a turnaround. They've all,
Yep.
we're all, now all of a sudden, oh, you're a Republican.
Yep.
I've got a bunch of them. I really question, really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that out of you. Really?
What I want to slip in here is if you're thinking there's no way I'm running for office, that's fine. I have something for you too. We'll find your micro task, your bit that you can do.
There you
Sure.
go. Yeah.
To
Yeah.
support and advance democracy.
Hey, we need people to make
Yep,
call. We
right.
need people to make coffee
those-
too.
yep,
Yeah.
and to
Write
and,
letters.
and to make those calls,
Yeah.
write those letters, reach out to their representatives, learn about our. You were talking about the idea that lots of folks don't even know how it all works. They don't know the Constitution. They don't know
They don't know how to pull a
sort of-
petition or
right.
what it looks like to
Right.
put your name on a ballot. They don't
Yeah.
know what it looks
Right.
They don't
Right.
understand what we always think of national politics, but there's so much that goes on at a state level and a county level.
And the local,
Yep.
right. And so that's part of what we want to do at Murfreesboro Indivisible is, like I said, create this community and engage in civic education. It's something that
ma'am.
a number of our members have expressed an interest in. We're going to get started with a regular monthly meeting, and that meeting is going to focus on civic education and on, I think our first one we're going to do is invite someone in to talk about the Constitution. One of our retired judges. In
Oh
town.
Lord!
So
yeah, I'm telling you, it is very, very interesting, that document,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
it is just
lots of people don't know what's in it.
And pay
They
attention
don't
to the
know.
commas.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
you
Well,
know
they don't know what's in it, and they don't know. We talked about the commas. A lot of people, I didn't know until my friend said that. I had no idea to pay attention to the commas.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's going to be really
Yeah.
important going forward.
Right.
And like, if you're listening, you're like, I can't possibly learn all this. 10 years ago, if you had asked me if I was going to run for office, I would have told you, are you out of your mind?
Mm-hmm.
And even 4 years ago, I would have told you were out of your mind.
right.
And now
Yeah.
here I am in my second congressional race. My FEC papers are filed. I am a legal candidate. The only thing I'm not on is the ballot at this point. And,
Right.
you know, activism is a muscle. It really
Right.
does. Like,
Yes.
it started small for me. It started with engagement for me. And then I was always a little bit more interested. But to Susan's point, just come out and learn a little bit. We don't need you to pick up a petition and run for office. What we need you to be is a player on the field. I don't want you to be the turf.
Yeah.
and doing that in community makes it all the much easier, right? Much more easy. Because you can have someone say, I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't know what this says, and you have those conversations, you have those relationships, and together as a community, we defend and protect our democracy.
Yeah.
Exactly right. And I'll tell you what, Victoria Broderick's here, Matt Ferry's here, Susan's here with us with Indivisible, Murfreesboro Indivisible, and we're glad to have her. And we've got an event coming up Thursday night, 7 o'clock at the Walnut House. Victoria's going to be there. Representative Desjardins has an invitation. We're waiting anxiously for him to show up, and it should be a big night for all. And right now we're going to go to our last break. My name is Ed Raymer. Connor's on the board. Back with you right after this. Stay with us. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219, or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219, or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We are back live with you. Susan Myers-Shirk is here. She is with Murfreesboro Individual. Victoria Broderick is here. She's your candidate for United States Senate.
House
Representatives, United States Senate. Matt Ferry is here. I'm Ed Raymer. Connor's on the board. As usual, you're going to have this event, Susan, Sunday night, Murfreesboro Individual, and tell us how, please. And I want to invite all of you Republicans out there, please come and fire away at this little firecracker we've got.
Yeah,
please. No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Yep.
You know, I'm not being facetious
I want
about
to
it.
hear about it. I want
We
to
want to hear.
Yeah.
I
We
want to
wanna hear from
hear
constituents,
what
yeah.
our current representative, the great things he's done for you, and let us know. And Susan, they also can watch online.
That's right. We're going to be live streaming the event. It's Thursday night at 7 p.m. If you can come live, it's Walnut House, just off the square, but we will have it available through the Murfreesboro Indivisible Facebook page.
Okay.
We're going to live stream it, and we're really easy to find on Facebook. We're Murfreesboro Indivisible, and that's indivisible spelled like in the Pledge of Allegiance, one nation under God, indivisible, right?
Right, okay.
So Murfreesboro, just search for Murfreesboro Indivisible, and you'll find information about the event, and you'll be able to live stream on
They
Thursday
will
night.
live stream it. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll be live streaming on TikTok. I'm Victoria 4, the number 4 Congress.
Okay.
And you can actually sign up for the live event. It is already live on my page, so that you can
Good.
sign up there. You'll get a notification on TikTok that you can watch me. I'll be there. I've got my moderators all set up. So, and just having a little bit of fun. We're having a little
Right,
fun.
and we want these people to come, and I want you to, I want you as a voter, okay? And you know, this thing takes a little bit of energy. Now you think about what these candidates put out, their families, their children. You think
Right.
about this, the sacrifice they make, okay? Now think about that. We're just asking you to come and listen to what she's got to say.
Ask me a question. Shake my hand. Give me a hug. Take a
Find
picture.
out. Have your picture
Say it to
taken
my
with them.
face.
You know, I mean, come on, man. You know, you've got to put a little get some skin in the game, folks.
Right.
as voters, we've sat back too long and just, well, I don't know, my vote don't count anymore. This is not a presidential election. That is not true. We've got candidates. We have national candidates that are losing races by 4 or 5 votes. They go back and recount and recount and recount. And, I mean, this is a real thing that's happening.
And Tennessee is 51st in voter turnout.
I know.
Right.
51st in voter turnout.
I know.
Like, think about that. And I know there's
one of the
there's some
islands
listener.
do you mean to tell me one of the islands is ahead of us?
One of the islands.
DC
is ahead of us.
DC. It's all the states.
You
in
got to be
DC.
kidding me.
Yeah.
51st.
Yeah.
51st. But you know what? If you go to your local election commission,
That's
you
great.
you go to the Tennessee Election Commission, they will say vote number 1 in voter integrity. So why aren't you out voting? If your concern is that there's voter fraud out there, why aren't you voting in Tennessee? Because Tennessee's taking care of you. They're making sure that you can vote. And I mean, there are plenty of House bills that are on our state legislature right now that are questionable and could interfere with your rights. Your rights to vote, your rights to participate.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that's
You
a
got
state
it.
level.
Right.
That's not even a federal level. So I don't know what you're doing out here yelling at me on the internet. Like, let's go. I want to see you involved.
And voter turnout is so low in some of these races that we could win them.
Yeah.
Just a couple hundred people come out and actually vote.
Take 10 people
That's all
if you
it
don't
takes.
normally vote.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
All you need. And I don't care how you vote. I would rather see Tennessee better represented than win the election, because I realize all boats rise with the tide.
There
Well,
you go.
That's what, and Brian and I, lots of times I'll go up with Brian, and I'm not on the air that night, but Brian is, and Bart is, owner of this station, Bart Walker. And, they'll bring out, and Mr. Farley, the head of the election commission, who does great. They do a great job up there. Those people,
They do.
That's a long day for those folks, a long
They
2 or
do.
3 days.
Yeah.
Do a great job, and they bring the results out, and 8% turnout.
Right.
9%.
Right.
If we ever got to 11 or 12, we'd say, wow, we had a big turnout here. Come on, people. That means 90% of the people sat at home on their hands.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm talking about in local elections, county elections, state elections, federal elections. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And there's a lady here that's going to provide for you. You don't have to be one or the other.
Right.
You don't have to be a member of a party. Are you going to register people to vote at this thing? That's another thing, registration.
That's actually a fabulous idea. I don't know if we can do that, but
We'll
if we
see
can get our act together.
If we can swing it, we'll swing it. We'll at least have someone there to help walk you through getting registered. I feel like that's totally possible.
That's
I mean,
it's on our agenda for, as we're looking over, because this is not going to go away anytime soon.
Right.
So part of our plan for civic education includes voter registration.
Sure,
And I
voter
think
registration
it's a
is
great
it.
idea to have it
we'll-
help available on
we'll have
Thursday
sign
night.
up list as well, so that if you
Yeah.
want to keep up with what I'm doing, you want to follow me, you want to donate to me, because unfortunately elections take money, and
It takes cash.
Right.
and
It
I
takes
I
cash.
don't need a bunch of money, guys. I can do this, but I do need your donations, because if you want to see better representation, 90% of my donations were small dollar,
Right.
compared to
Sure.
Skip Desjardins, which was vice versa. 90% of his were corporate donations,
Right.
and
Big corporate
10%
donations.
were
Okay.
small dollar.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but even just hearing that, I want to see representation that has,
Yeah.
small dollar donations. I don't want to represent a corporation. I want to represent you.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a caller online. Caller, go ahead. This is Ed. Go ahead.
Well, hey, Ed, it's Kathy Watts. How are you?
Kathy, let me ask you what jail you're in tonight. You need bail money?
I am sitting in my recliner, and I have a cat holding me down.
Oh, me. That poor cat. What a job.
My cat loves me.
That's pitiful.
But, you listen in, and then when I can't stand it anymore, I have to call in because I heard something I needed to respond to.
Please.
So talking about registering people to vote, it's so easy. And I will be there on Thursday night. I'll be checking everybody in. And if there is anybody there who is not registered to vote, I can show them how to do it online on their phone in a minute. It takes no time at all, and I'll be happy to get them registered.
And they can register online anymore.
Yeah,
they can still.
Yeah, they can still register online.
They've got that SAVE Act where they're trying to make women prove that their birth name is the same, they're the same person they were born, but so far it's still okay. We can register if you have a driver's license in the state of Tennessee and you're a citizen, then you can register on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
You mean they let women have driver's license here in Tennessee? I didn't
It's the
know
weirdest
that.
thing, guys.
So far. But,
Hey, ladies, this is the time to remind you, don't change your last name. It
Man,
will benefit you.
I'm telling you, that is
Yeah.
getting to be a thing.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
right.
crazy.
I
Unfortunately,
mean, I
yeah.
didn't change mine, but
Yeah.
I've had 3 last names. I'm in deep trouble.
Well, that's the reason I asked you if you needed some bail money, because I know good and well they've picked you up. I mean,
That's right.
they'll pick me up first, don't worry. On the side of a road in my little sign, my liberal job.
Sure, yeah. No, I'll tell you, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, okay. But so you can tell people how
I
to.
would love to see some Republicans there on Thursday night. I want Victoria to show them how she can represent them as well. She will represent
Yes.
everyone when
Right.
she is our congresswoman.
There you
Yes,
go.
and
There you go.
Kathy, I'm serious about that. I mean, I'm not saying it tongue in cheek. I'm not being facetious about it.
No, me neither.
And please come and talk to this young lady, and check it out. Ask her some questions. See how.
She's a mature woman. She's not a young lady.
Well, I mean, okay, all right, okay.
I've had 2 tiny humans exit my body.
Okay, all right, yeah.
She's old enough to run for Congress, but she is not old enough to be president.
That is
yet.
true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the key word is
Okay.
yet. The husband is on board for me
All
running for
right.
president. He wasn't last election cycle. He's on board now. So we'll
I
see
don't
how it
know.
goes.
I'm getting into the George Burns era now. And Kathy, congratulations, you've corrected the host once again. And I probably won't speak to you again till tomorrow, but or until I need a guest again. So I get in trouble. I mean, Kathy had to. Yeah,
Always
she.
checking with me on a guest.
Yeah, but here's again. Kathy called. She sent me a text. Could we have someone on the 25th? Normally, that's a courtesy because I just come up here. Hey, we're going to be on the 25th. That's fine. Kathy, thank you so much.
Say no, and I said, well, no, but I just wanted you to get us on the calendar. Because
Well, you can always have me back.
this is Indivisible's first big event.
Yes.
There's another one coming up in June, and we'll probably tell you about it on Thursday night, but we'll keep it a secret for now, right, Susan?
I think that's a good idea.
Good
Excited
enough.
for that
Yeah,
one.
Okay.
But I think that we can end up with that and invite everybody to come to the next event in June.
Right.
So,
That'd
Yeah.
be great. That'd
Very
be great.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kathy.
Kathy, thank you so much. Well, I appreciate you. I do. Kathy
Y'all have a
Watts,
good evening.
take care.
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
We want Scott Desjardins to be there on Thursday.
Yes.
His
Understood.
constituents deserve
Understood.
him to be there. And if you are listening to this and you want Scott Desjardins to be there, we encourage you to call his Murfreesboro office. His number is 615-896-1986. Call his office. Talk to his staff. They're very
Sure.
nice people.
They are.
Be polite. You might be angry
That's
about
exactly
Scott.
right,
Be
yeah.
polite.
Be nice.
These
Be polite.
staffers are
Yeah.
very polite. Be polite to them and say, hey, is he going to be there on Thursday? I really want to see him there
Sure.
on Thursday. So again, call 615-896-1986 and talk to his staff and ask if Scott Desjardins is going to be there Thursday. And if they say no, say, I'm disappointed because I want to see Scott Desjardins.
Yeah.
Good enough. Matt Ferry.
Thank you.
Victoria Broderick is here. You're running for United States Congress.
Yes, sir,
Okay?
I am.
Again.
Again.
You will be able to see her and shake her hand Thursday night at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Susan Myers Shirk. Susan, it has been a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Thank you. And you're with Murfreesboro Individual.
We are.
And the link is live, so if you are looking, you want to show up, we've got a link, you can sign up. We would love to know that you're coming. That way we can make sure that we've got your information, you get in the door, and we just know that you're going to be there because we want to know that everyone is there.
Folks,
There you go.
thank you so
Yes.
much. We are out of time again. For the Edwin Lee Raymer Show, I'm going to tell you what, thanks so much. We'll be back next week. But until next Sunday at 8 o'clock, I'll catch you down the road. Good night.